All right, so Israel Adesanya obviously was mashing through the middleweight division until his rival Alex Pereira showed up. But as he gets back on the proving ground here tonight, DC, most people believe on any given Saturday night, this is still the best middleweight in the world.
Well, he's proven it time and time again. He has been the man for so long, it would seem hard for him not to operate in that space. But because he believes in himself, because he recognizes who he is, he takes wins and losses as good as anyone I've ever seen. But when it comes down to the X's and the O's, the guy and his fight ability, Israel Adesanya is as good as they come. A phenomenal kickboxer in much improved wrestling that allows for him to stay upright and make guys fight him where he needs them to.
Really seems as though he is getting closer to that mixed martial arts prime, to your point, in terms of putting all the skills together. Israel Adesanya, the last style bender, back in the octagon here tonight. All right, so here he is representing the American Kickboxing Academy, the inimitable Khabib Nurmagomedov, and this guy makes his way to the octagon, DC. You run out of time setting up everything he's accomplished, but he always puts that status as an undefeated fighter and UFC champion on the line. He will do so again here tonight.
The moment he walked in the AKA, you understood that there was something special about Nurmagomedov. He was a guy that was always listening. Although he spoke no English, he was always listening and paying attention to try to learn how to improve himself. And the moment he stepped foot in the gym, he was just open to each and every lesson, and now it's showing over the course of his UFC career. He was undefeated going into the UFC, and he has only built on that and become a champion, one of the most well-rounded fighters in all of the UFC.
You know, your college wrestling teammates have told me when you showed up at Oklahoma State, you didn't speak English either.
No, I didn't. It was all Southern Creole accent. It was all, hey, my boy.
Right. Well, your English is now very proper, and so is Khabib's, and he's back on the proving ground here tonight, again trying to prove himself as one of the pound-for-pound greatest fighters on this UFC roster.
And now our tail of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. Here is Bruce Buff.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon. Well, Israel Adesanya, as hot a prospect as has crossed into the UFC in years. He is known as an outstanding kickboxer, and as such, a lot of his UFC opponents are going to try to take him down. Gets back to his feet. Nice straight right hand. Oh, man, hate to be hit with one of those knees to the body. Oh, he lands a massive kick here. What a wild start to this fight, unless, of course, you like defense.
What a great fight so far. These guys are laying it all out on the line. Oh, nice.
Ooh, right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now, because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in, and you got all your rear choke submissions.
All right, half guard position here. We'll see what he can do with it. A lot of weapons at his disposal from this dominant position.
Oh, man. I feel for a wrestler, this is the most dominant position in all of fighting because wrestlers love control.
Right.
And to have your upper body free and your leg able to hold your opponent in position, it is like striking gold. Build your posture, throw your punches, big damage, but then always control the far side. Underhook, this is a great position for a top fighter.
We told you off the top that he had a reach advantage, and he really is using it. Nice punch there. Well, that style bender's got it going here tonight, DC. As he often says, I don't throw and hope, I aim and fire. His accuracy is on a completely different level than most of these middleweights he's facing.
Oh, he's hurt. He's hurt already. Bad. He's hurt bad.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Oh, collar tie. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now. He's starting to show itself.
Oh, he gets the takedown late in the round here. That could affect the judging. Final seconds of the round. Nurmagomedov's looking to lock up an armbar here. Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight. Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
All right, champs, second round now. Your teammate Khabib Nurmagomedov versus the last style bender, Israel Adesanya. Oh, nice land there by Nurmagomedov. When he made his UFC debut in 2012, he wasn't striking.
No, he did not look like this, and that's a credit to his coaches, not only at the American Kickboxing Academy, but at Eagles MMA over in Dagestan.
Well, not a guy you want on top of you. Ground and pound strikes piling up here. Good work by Nurmagomedov.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
And another strike from the top lands for him.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head like through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Nurmagomedov.
Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
Man, look at the redness starting to appear on the left side of his body. His opponent would be wise to continue to attack there.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Adesanya's hook shot is blocked. Saw that coming from a mile away. Man, as he lands. Oh, he might be out. Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is.
Beautiful.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here, DC.
Yeah, he's isolating it to try to get it to more. Notice this.
Ooh, somehow he gets out.
Great submission defense by this man. It looked like he was done. Pretty
good work with the strike there from bottom position. Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack shows you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss with anything that he throws. Every kick lands. Every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early. Massive shot from the top.
All right, round 3 coming up next. All right, there's the horn, and what a round it was for him, DC. And look at him walking back to that corner. He's feeling himself a little bit.
Oh, he's feeling himself, and look at his coaches. They're all celebrating because they know that if they stay the course, if they do the exact same thing, they may be able to find the finish this time.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. And that's how you defend the double leg, ladies and gentlemen. Adesanya's knee strike is blocked.
These boys are standing right in front of each other, just kind of going at it. Oh, he's a tough.
And mixes in a takedown. Why not?
I need you to fight back.
Win the scramble! Win the
Oh, in good position to rip off a Kimura here. Oh, he's got the Kimura position locked in now. Arm still not out of harm's way yet.
Look at all the pressure on the arm. Oh, it's a fight here. Let's see who's gonna get it. Great job maintaining position over submission. Very smart. Great fight IQ.
Three minutes to go in round 3.
Keep your hands up and keep that head moving. Head moving.
Nicely done.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, there's another ground strike for good measure.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, hard to win fights in mixed martial arts from the bottom, but nice work here in that position by Adesanya. Oh, you gotta love the ground and pound strikes here.
He's very accurate in the ground and pound, and it's showing because he's landing so consistently.
Khabib's looking for that arm triangle. Oh, look out, folks, that is tight.
It looks like it's getting going. He's up. What's this defense on display?
Are working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. Oh, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Outstanding knee to the body there. He's the taller fighter. Might as well put that size to good use, and he certainly did so there. Oh, single collar tie here. Nurmagomedov's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. 15 seconds. That's it!
Wow!
Yeah, man, crowd loving it. Just a gorgeous shot there to end the fight. Really just the way he drew it up. He found the opening and capitalized on it to the utmost extent. Nicely done to finish the fight. All right, Bruce Buffer now inside the octagon has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 51 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya.
All right, so as they say, another highlight for the appreciable reel of the middleweight champ, Israel Adesanya, your winner tonight.